Hello, everyone. Welcome to Arcade Football as we discuss one of the greatest managers in Premier League history, Pep Guardiola. He has celebrated his 1,000th game as a manager after managing the likes of Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Manchester City, winning 40 trophies in that time and getting 715 victories as well along the way. He's managed some of the greatest players the game, and he's managed some questionable players across the years. But what we are going to try and do today, you know, it's insane. It is insane. But what we're going to do today is we're going to discuss who we think is the best 11 in Pep Guardiola's managerial career. Okay, and the point, and what we're going to do, we're not going to come up with an 11 each. We have to argue our point so we can come to a unanimous decision of who is in this 11. So let's see what happens. It could be very similar.
Could be a bloodbath.
Who has the final say? That's the thing. Because obviously, if it's all like disagree.
I think if it's 2v1, if it's 2v1,
yeah, if it's 2v1,
I think majority rules.
We'll vote, and whoever and if someone's going to have a deciding vote because there's three of us.
Exactly. Yeah, I can't imagine for any position in this team. I can't imagine the three of us having three separate players that we want to argue. Surely there'll be at least two.
Do you know what? There is a position on the field that I looked at.
We'll get to it.
Obviously, we are going to start with the everyone's favourite position. It is goalkeeper. We are going to start with. Now we're going to throw some people out there just in case some of our beloved fans can't remember some of the goalkeepers he has had over the years. But I've just narrowed it down to three. So you've got Manuel Neuer of Bayern Munich, Edison, and Victor Valdez.
Like the biggest weak point in one of the greatest sides I've ever seen. Do you remember bad Victor Valdez was? But I mean, I'll just say I assume all three of us are going to go Neuer, right?
Oh yeah. I would. It's the obvious pick, isn't it?
I think so.
I think that it would, if you put it in an order, it'd be Neuer, Edison, Valdez.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think that would be all done.
Yeah.
But
that's not.
I think that Neuer is just unbelievable. Like, he came into a Bayern Munich side. Like, if you go back before Pep was even there.
Is it Schalke he was at? Schalke?
Yeah, Schalke. Yeah. Like, he came into a Bayern Munich side that had one of the best goalkeepers in Bundesliga history in Oliver Kahn. In some ways, you could argue he's outshined even him. Like,
I think he has.
Good, Manuel Neuer. And
brilliant.
For me, I remember when I was in my late teens and I used to play in goal, I used to sit there and think, I'd be like Manuel Neuer.
Sweeper keeper.
Sweeper keeper. And then I realised I weren't a keeper and I weren't a sweeper. No, I was the sweeper, sorry, in the changing rooms.
Should have been a flagsman, mate.
But yeah, I think that Manuel Neuer is definitely a shoe-in for sure.
I mean, and also just like the kind of stuff with the way he played, it's like out of all the goalkeepers Pep's had over his career, he's probably the only one that's kind of fitted his style perfectly. You would sit there and say, because obviously you've had the City. It took him a while. It took him a very long time to find the right one.
Pep, if you got him in a bar and had a couple of points with him, even he would say Neuer is the best keeper he's had.
Yeah,
that's going to be a thing when he leaves City or when he retires. That's going to be the discussion, and get him on a podcast. He's going to be like, "What's your best 11?"
Yeah, just give him a few stellars.
Tell me.
Come on, Pep, give us the truth.
Yeah.
That's what really happened.
But I think a player you got to speak about there is Victor Valdez. I mean, like David said, he was part of arguably the greatest side in football history.
He was terrible,
but yet. It would be fair to say he wasn't the strongest.
It was a weak point. He was a weak point. Yeah,
but like he had such a strong defense in front of him, which we will go through, of course, during this. But I think that he went to Manchester United and it all sort of fell apart there, and he just went into obscurity. No one even hears.
I think he trained with a couple of different teams, and then I don't know.
Did he go to Middlesbrough? Am I right?
Oh, do you know he trained with Middlesbrough? I'm pretty sure. I think he trained with their team. I don't think he played for them though.
I keep thinking like Sancto QPR, but I don't know if that was another Barcelona.
It was some championship team anyway. It was some random team where you're like, what?
How the hell did they get him? Like, what is going on?
Well, he didn't. Whoever he went to, he definitely didn't play for them. I'm telling you, he just trained with them.
No, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.
Do you reckon? If he did, it would have been like one game or something.
Hang on.
Can't have been many.
This is important. Yes, I was right. Yep. Yeah. He played 28 times for Middlesbrough.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
Yeah, like that's over like 3 years, and it's like most of
No, so for one
all
season,
their League Cup matches.
over one season that was, and I believe that actually was the season they were in the Premier League, but I'm not going to go into that too much.
I don't think
but must have missed that one because I don't remember seeing him ever play.
Yeah, can't have been. Anyway, we're getting beside the point. But yeah, Neuer.
Neuer is the shoe-in, so that's done.
Yeah.
Right back. Now, the candidates for this one, you've got Dani Alves. Now, this is... See, I know your reaction there, David, but then I looked at the candidates and I was actually interested. Okay. Dani Alves, Carl Walker, Philip Lahm.
It's Philip Lahm. It's Philip Lahm.
Is it? This is interesting now. This is interesting. Right.
I think it has to be. Do you know who was really good for him as well? Cancelo. I know he wouldn't be, but Cancelo was amazing for him at right back. But
he wasn't the right back, by the way.
Was he not the right back? Oh, right. Well, never mind. Left back. Never mind. Yeah. Again, I don't know anything about football. I'm telling you.
He's a Pep player, so he can play both.
Yeah.
Maybe he's on both sides.
I'm going to go Philip Lahm. What do you guys think?
What? Why? Well, I want to know.
Well,
why.
It was between him and Dani Alves, and I mean, there's not much you can really separate between the two. Both hugely, accomplished players, but Philip Lahm for me is just the epitomise the ultimate right back. He was the captain of that team as well. He's a leader. It was just a perfect player in that position. And he won trophies with them. He was at Bayern Munich. I think he was at Bayern Munich his whole career, wasn't he? He was one club man. Dedicated to Munich. The fans loved him. Won European trophies with them. I think he was just one of the best right backs that Europe's ever produced. So I think he would have to be certainly a shoe-in.
Okay. He must make a fair argument. He makes a fair argument. I mean, watching Lahm, he was very good, and he was a player you could play anywhere as well. He was
so reliable and just
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's completely shifted my opinion because obviously my first one was Dani Alves because of obviously if you're going to put him in it,
but him first.
During the podcast, no, you can't do that.
No, but it's like. Well, you just saw my face when you said Philip Lahm. I'm like, oh no, I forgot.
Did you forget about Lahm? Oh my god!
How'd you forget Lahm?
Well, to be fair, you did kind of chuck it at us like on
the
fly.
Don't give me that excuse.
Yeah, I mean, go for it.
I have my full 11. I have the full thing.
Otherwise, like Lahm, because obviously, ironically, with him, I remember him. What my biggest memory is not for when he played for any left side. It was for when he scored that goal in the opening of the 2006 World Cup for Germany. That goal was just like. What is this?
He had a goal in him as well. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's just. I gotta be honest. It's one of these things that, they say you got a hill to die on, right? This is not one of those arguments. I think I'm totally. I'm okay with us all picking. Was it Philip Lahm? Because
to be honest, I wouldn't be devastated if Dani Alves got in there because I think Dani Alves was. I mean, if anything, just as good. But yeah, I think Philip Lahm.
Did we have a podcast? Didn't you have a podcast when you've I think it was with Simon and we were talking about how it was one of the best one fullbacks probably going.
Who, Dani Alves or Philip Lahm?
No, I remember years ago. It was during the 2014 World Cup when we first started. I had loads of hair back then. Obviously,
there's photo evidence. I've seen it. I've seen the photo evidence.
But I will jump to the defence now of Dani Alves. By the way, I love how love how no one is backing Carl Walker here. Like, how dare they? Like, he was the fastest out of all three.
He was great.
He's
great.
Great defender.
But between these two, he's
in terms of footballing royalty.
I agree. But Dani Alves for me, the reason why, and this I'm going to turn it into a little bit of a similar to a Ronaldo Messi debate here. Okay, Philip Lahm done it throughout his career at one club, Barcelona. He was at where did he play in Italy? Was it Juventus?
I was just thinking Juventus.
Yeah, I think it was Juventus.
I'm sure it was Juventus. He done it at Juventus, PSG.
Did he win at Juventus? Did he win?
Yeah. He won the Serie A.
This is when Juventus were good.
Yeah, this is when Juventus were good, not like now.
But is that when Juventus were just winning every season? Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
But if you focus upon the time that Guardiola was at each of those clubs, Dani Alves was so young at that point, coming through, and then he turned into the best right back in the world by a country mile by the time he left. Would you say that Philipp Lahm was the best right back in the world when Guardiola was there?
Yeah, I think so. Who else would there have been?
Well, we were talking about the early 2000s at that point, right?
So
like,
late
2010s, right?
So late 2000s was when Dani Alves came through, and then obviously became the best left back in the world by, like you'd say, 2011-12, and then Philipp Lahm, I believe it was 2013 to 2016. Guardiola was there, so that was during the time they won the World Cup.
Yeah.
I
think. But shall we just say? I mean, because we could spend like an hour on it. We could spend like an hour on every player. Should we just say Philipp Lahm in, Dani Alves, see you later?
Well, you make it sound so easy, but you guys have look.
What?
I am the host. I have the deciding vote. I'm joking. No.
Oh, now you do. Okay, now he's playing rank, is he? No, I mean, to be fair, I get what you're saying, but you could sit there and say like, was before Pep came in, Philipp Lahm was pretty amazing. But then you can sit there and say when Pep, when he was at Barcelona, it was like he made him into the player he is. So maybe you can say, if you talk about if that was going to tip it one way or the other, I would just say maybe go for Alves. But like I don't know. But I just remember how much I love Philipp Lahm. So I think I'm going for Lahm. So but it's just to
unlucky Matt.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people.
I thought that was a like shoe-in. I honestly thought that was a shoe-in.
Oh,
I did. I don't get me wrong. I rated Philipp
night,
Lahm. I thought he was absolutely brilliant defender, and I would say he was a fantastic captain as well. But looking at I just thought no, Alves for me. But fair enough. You're wrong. But fair enough.
Change. Well, I did it at first, but then it's like when you said Philipp Lahm, it's like I forgot about. Like no, I can't. It'd be a travesty.
There might be a few of those in this team where you go, oh, I forgot about him. Whoops.
Exactly. But we are going to move on to left back. We'll do the centre defenders last, I think. But we're going to move on to the left backs. I think it's a shoe-in for me, but not by much because there's not much to choose from.
Alba.
I actually do agree. Yeah. So you got David Alaba. Eric.
No. I said Alba. Jordi Alba.
Jordi Alba. Oh my God! I forgot about Jordi Alba.
Well, to be honest, I don't think I'd actually probably even. Would I go with Alaba instead? I forgot about Alaba.
Well, these are your candidates, just so everyone knows.
Okay, sorry.
So you got David Alaba, Eric Abidal, João Cancelo, and then as David says, Jordi Alba. Now, the thing with Jordi Alba, I would agree. However, he came through when Guardiola left, so he was coming into that side towards the end of Guardiola's reign, and his peak was after he left.
That's true enough. Actually,
I think
there's technicalities in a way, like kind of like he
was. No, I'll give you that. I think that's a fair enough point.
Yeah.
David Alaba. I'd forgotten about Alaba. I'd probably go Alaba.
You forgot about Alaba. Mate, the guy was the best left back in the world for
I know.
Like,
I have a really weird thing for remembering fullback position. I'm just blind to fullback position. I just can't remember who's right back or left back. Oh, was he left back? I can never remember. But
I mean, that's so difficult.
Well, most pundits do, or most people that do probably do, because everyone talks about the strikers, but no one remembers the defenders or goalkeepers. So.
What do you think?
Unless you're a centre back, I do not remember which position you were.
Mine's Alaba, personally, because obviously when I did it, because obviously I think.
Yeah.
Again, I think I look at it from obviously how amazing he was, but I think like if you're putting it for like, when you look at a Pep side, you kind of have to see how it would fit. It was just like, he was perfect for the kind of system he had. So, and yeah, I think it's perfect fit for him. So, and no offense to the players there, like they're all good, like they're all like amazing players. But yeah, I just think he's, in my opinion, above the West in my opinion. But yeah. But it's not a lose-lose, is it? It's like, this is a beautiful thing about this list. Like, whatever we pick, it's still one hell of a side.
Exactly.
So,
I actually think that you've got to praise David Alaba for how good he was at Bayern as well. Like, he held that position in the squad for such a long period of time. He was absolutely sensational from his pace up and down the flank. He was played brilliantly behind the likes of Frank Ribery for so many years as well. Like the combination they had too was fantastic to watch, and I think it just goes to show how good he was to even towards the end of his career that Alphonso Davies came through, and it took that good of a player to knock him down off his perch, and then he left, went to Real Madrid, and was still one of the best defenders in the world still. Like he still was up there. Like he amazing. But yeah, so we're saying David Alaba left back.
Yep.
We're unanimous. We've got 2 unanimous so far. That is fantastic. I love this. It's
now
obviously
the centre backs, I think. I struggled with the centre backs, to be honest. I went through I cycled through a couple of different players.
Okay. All right.
For me, this was the easy one, I think.
Personally.
Really? No.
Can I just say who I wanted to put in, or do you want to do?
Well,
I'll
do the list, and then if I mention him, then call me. If I don't, then yeah, definitely.
I'll let you finish the list. Yeah.
So the centre backs, Carlos Puyol. You got Gerard Piqué, Ruben Diaz, John Stones, Jerome Boateng, Dante, and Nathan Ake.
Dante can get out of there. That big mop head, he can get out of there. My thing, should I go Piqué and Puyol or Piqué and Boateng? That was my kind of dilemma.
We've got
not thinking Victor Campany. Like obviously he's still part of that to say team up.
I wouldn't. No.
I don't. I think Company's prime was before Guardiola.
Yeah, exactly.
Came
yeah, I didn't even
same
consider Company. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very harsh. A Premier League legend, but I agree there.
But how do we feel about Puyol and Piqué? That centre back partnership.
Do you know what?
Barcelona.
I actually was so happy with Carlos Puyol because his leadership is the best I think I've ever seen. He was so good.
He was amazing.
As a captain, like
everyone in line.
The definition of an old school, captain in defence. Like just like if you saw him in defence, you like if you like an attacker,
and he headed everything. Yeah, he was great.
Would he have survived in today's game? I don't know. Yeah. Maybe not.
I think he would have.
I think he would have. He was clever enough,
Yeah,
I mean, and also with how the game is with how no one really gets stuck in anymore. I guess in his kind of style would probably rattle a lot of players.
That's true. No, that is true. Yeah,
he'd be terrifying players. But should we do Piqué Puyol then?
Well, I think there's a fair shout for Jerome Boateng as well.
Was really good,
like he came off the back of winning a Champions League. When Guardiola came in, he was consistently brilliant. I mean, like during his time there, there's obviously that famous moment with him and Messi where he
puts him on his arse.
But I mean, like you're facing the best player in the world. Come on, like you've got to give him a bit of slack.
Did make him look bloody silly though.
Yeah, he did. Boateng's consistency was sensational. I would actually go as far as to argue that was Carlos Puyol's peak when Guardiola was there as well.
I think it was, wasn't it?
He was very good. I think Gerard Piqué is the shoe-in out of the 2 defenders, though.
Yeah.
I think he's the shoe-in.
Well, do you want to do Piqué and Boateng?
I don't know. You're leaving out one of the best Spanish defenders of.
That's the trouble. I mean, we're really leaving out loads of good players, So.
I know. The second string team is going to be.
We've already left out Dani Alves, Jordi Alba, Ederson.
But
I feel like a bit.
Are we agreed on Gerard Piqué? Are we?
I
think so. I agree with Piqué.
We agree on Piqué. Okay. I think. Are we saying Ruben Diaz is a definite no?
Yeah, I think he's been great. Obviously, there was one season he was probably one of their best players. But no, I don't think
he came in.
Was it that season? Yeah, when he just
because I remember Liverpool running away with the doing really well, and he came in, and all of a sudden it changed everything. All of a sudden into Man City's favour. Fantastic he was. John Stones obviously he was brilliant for Man City defensively, but in terms of the caliber of defenders we're talking about here,
I'm trying to think now who I imagine Pep would say is in his all-time 11. That's kind of where I'm coming from.
What would Pep do?
I think Pep would choose Puyol and Piqué.
Stu,
I can't do. I mean, this is pure bias. I could
I'm
pick
gonna
put Puel. Like he's
I'm gonna go
it would
Puel,
be for me. It feel like it'd be a travesty to not have him in it because obviously,
Yeah.
like he's probably one of the best defenders of one of the best defenders of
yeah.
generation. Like if you take him, nothing against Boateng, but like like come on, you can't do it. So I would say pick Boateng. Not Boateng. Was it Puel?
Do you think that Man United really like that was one of the biggest mistakes that Man United Sir Alex Ferguson Alex Ferguson made letting him go?
But who's to say that he would have recreated his form at Barcelona that he would have United? I always find that a weird argument when people say that.
It's good to be league. I mean, I think that was just the only thing. It's just like Spain
for me is a right one.
Because obviously I think it's a league thing. I think it was just a league thing. I think it's like. Again, Premier League was very different back then when he came in, and obviously Spanish league is kind of like obviously you always have those players that kind of suit a certain league, and
exactly.
Obviously his is kind of like Spain La Liga. So, but I mean it's one of those hindsight things when you hear those stories of players like they let him go. It's like but you got to look at the time and what he was doing.
Who was that defense for them? Nemanja Vidic and Ferdinand.
Vidic, Rio,
Johnny Evans.
Wes Brown, I think, was still there.
West Brown.
Was Phil Jones there at that point? No, he wasn't. No, Phil Jones has come a few years later.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we have our back line and our keeper, do we?
Yeah, I think so. So Carlos Puyo and PK.
PK.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, now this for me is the I was writing down. So I wrote. So what I done was I wrote down options for each position, like the best players I thought played for him in these positions. There were so many in midfield. So many in the midfield. I'm thinking it's a 4-3-3, by the way.
Should we just double check it?
Yeah, we are 4-3-3. Yeah, okay. So these are your options, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So we have got, Sergio Busquets, Xavi, Kevin De Bruyne, Xabi Alonso, Arturo Vidal,
Gotta put Alonso,
Thomas Muller, Rodri, Ilkay Gundogan, Fernandinho, and David Silva.
Rodri as well.
Brilliant.
Did you forget Rodri?
Rodri was in there. Yeah, Rodri is in there. Yeah.
I think let's before if we start moaning and groaning here, I think it's either Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets or Xavi, Iniesta, Rodri.
See, now this is what I was sitting there thinking. Xavi, Busquets, Iniesta. That instantly went into my mind. However, after a bit of research, Guardiola never used him in the middle three. No, Iniesta. He never used him in the middle three. Right. So
he still has to be in there. He still has to be in there.
But then, for me, I think there's an argument for putting him in the position that he did play, which we'll get onto a bit later on.
Bit too nitpicky.
Yeah, I mean,
you're trying to get the best 11, the best 11 he ever had.
No, but it's the famous midfield three. I mean, obviously, I was looking at that going. Well, I mean, I've got obviously Busquets and Xavi, but I can't help but not want to put De Bruyne in there.
De Bruyne is a
shout.
You can't put De Bruyne in over Iniesta. I'm sorry.
But then you can't leave Kevin Boy. It's like,
yes, you can.
Don't worry. You can still get him in.
He was overrated. Kevin De Bruyne was overrated. Don't worry about it. We can leave him out.
So I'll tell you
Kevin De Bruyne. There's a podcast episode there, wasn't it? Kevin De Bruyne is overrated.
Yeah. What about Xavi, Iniesta, and Rodri? What do you think about that? He won a Ballon d'Or under Guardiola's time.
But if you got Busquets, you don't need Rodri.
Yeah. I think that you are looking at the best defensive midfielder that ever graced the game.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, so good. That is the shoeing of shoeing.
That's not going against Rodri because obviously he's been absolutely amazing. But Busquets was he's so overlooked. When it comes to that midfield three.
Are we both in agreement of those three then?
So, what three are you going with?
Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets.
Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets.
What do you think?
I'm actually because I'll tell you where he actually played him.
Aren't you?
So I'll tell you where he actually played him, and this is why. So he actually played him all the time on the left wing. He never played him in the middle of the midfield. He never played him there. He played there a handful of times. He was on the left wing.
So who played in that midfield then? Because obviously, if he's not playing on the left, I mean left of like on the attack, or is it left on the midfield third?
So the likes of Ronaldinho were still there when he first came along. Yaya Toure.
Yeah, Toure. Yeah.
Was in that midfield as well.
Oh, okay.
Well, look, I'd be
so
happy. I'd be happy to
in there.
go. To be in this sense, actually, I'd be happy to go just about to go Kevin De Bruyne, Xavi, Busquets.
But what about Thomas Müller?
He's a
Xabi
forward.
Alonso.
He's a forward.
Xabi Alonso.
No.
The pinging of that ball.
I mean, you can't.
No.
I gotta be honest.
Midfield.
I actually want to put the three, but you can't deny that basically two of the three of those midfielders are. Was it?
Shooting.
You know, yeah, like
You
Busquets is. If you're gonna put like a midfield three and you got a defensive midfielder, Busquets is just guaranteed. That's locked in. Yeah. I think that's locked in.
Kevin De Bruyne obviously was exceptional. Iniesta's a tough one to let go of, but again, for argument's sake, I'd be happy. Yeah, I'm happy to go with that.
Just imagine that team of creativity when you got Zab, or if you had Xabi and Kevin De Bruyne at their peak. Creativity, like literally, like you think Pep was good then?
Does David Silva get into that?
Not at his peak when Guardiola was there.
If it was a Man City, Pep Guardiola's best players, that type of thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Mate, let me still but when it comes to the overall, no, okay. that's the bluntness.
Like, so we've got the midfield. Okay,
that's the midfield I went with. So De Bruyne, Xavi, Busquets.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know I say the shoeing of all shoeings, but I think this is the shoeing of all shoeings.
Messi.
Well, we're gonna go to the right wing. I'll mention some players just to make it a bit interesting. I'm saying these players because this is the caliber of play he had at his squad. Raheem Sterling, Bernardo Silva,
Mahrez,
Leroy Sané, Riyad Mahrez, and Iron Robin.
Robin was a tough one.
And Lionel Messi. So anyway, we're gonna.
Do you know it was funny? I'd actually forgotten about Messi, and I went, right wing. Oh, that's a shoe-in. I'm obviously gonna go with Robin. Oh wait, no, hang on. So sadly, I had to leave Robin out. I think that was out of all the ones you listed there, I think Robin's the toughest one to let go of. I mean, it's obviously Messi. It's unquestionably Messi, but Robin was so good. I loved watching Robin. He was just brilliant.
He was one of the players that, like, when he had that cut in, like there's some plays in the world of football that are predictable, and you know that that's exactly what he's going to do. He was so predictable, but so good. He was the most
predictable per player ever, but but no one could stop him. I mean, that just shows it was just ridiculous.
To be fair, it was his pace, wasn't it? Like, literally, because he cut inside, but you couldn't no one get him. Like, even if you were like trying to, like, I remember watching him. Like, obviously because there were members about Bayern Munich, but obviously when Chelsea first had him, like when they got him, and like there were moments of like, you've got one hell of a player here, and obviously it didn't work out in the end, but like I mean,
and games like was it the 5-0 in the World Cup against Spain when the Netherlands just destroyed them. Robin had a blinder in that one as well. You just think games here and there, what a player, but it's obviously Messi.
I think that Robin is. Like, it would be fair to argue that he could be the best player in the second string 11. He is that good of a player. He was unreal at times.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he won Bayern the Champions League in 2013 with
the
that
winner,
goal
the last
minute
winner, in Wembley.
Like, even coming away from Bayern, like Real Madrid, he was pretty decent there. Chelsea, he was fantastic and a phenomenal player, and he'd probably go down. He probably does go down as one of the best Dutch players to have graced the game.
Is he who you styled your hairstyle off of, Matt?
Oh yeah, it's a homage to him, isn't it? That's why. Yeah.
Sorry, that was a low blow.
But you have to. But back to it's like he is kind of forgot. Like people, obviously we talk about greatest, but he is kind of like he doesn't. As an example, he doesn't crop in the head of most people's when they forget. Like he's one of those because obviously he's part of a generation where there were so many amazing players. You kind of get lost in the shuffle. But good God, he was.
He's that kind of player when you mention people go, oh God, yeah. Do you remember? I agree. He does kind of slip below the radar sometimes when people talk about the greats, But he certainly was.
Yeah. But another player I think you've got to put in that, like, obviously he's nowhere near the bracket of what Iron Robin achieved, But Leroy Sane,
was really good.
When he was at Manchester City, he was.
Yeah.
I to this day I don't understand why they let him go. He was so good, and I remember how I think it was the 5-0 drubbing of Liverpool, and he was man of the match in that game. Scored 2 brilliant goals in that game too. His pace was, oh my god, it was like watching Doku.
Really good. I was just going to mention Doku as well.
Doku.
Do you know another forward player I instantly kind of thought of who is not going to get into the team, I think, but David Villa at Barcelona, I think was brilliant. He was such a good player.
Is that hint that might be on? He's on the list somewhere.
Okay.
Shit. Okay. Move on.
But yeah, no, I think that. I mean, Riyad Mahrez is another one as well. He was a match winner in himself. Brilliant on the ball.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, with Messi.
He was all right. Yeah, he was all right.
I don't know. No, yeah, Messi. Of course, Messi. Come on, let's not be around Messi. It's Messi.
Okay, Messi.
Yeah, we'll universally agree with that one. That's
well done, Messi. You made it into this 11. I know it was difficult, but you made it.
Messi gets into all-time sports people in the history of human beings. Let's not
Well, it's like no, but it's God. He's won everything. He's won everything and there is to win. But this has got to be the most prestigious. This is the bed. This is it. He's got into
This is it.
We're gonna get a video and he's gonna sit there and say thank you for letting me in the team.
Hola todos, gracias.
But yeah, we'll move on to the other flank now, and again, some really good names. No one as marquee as what he is, but some very good names. Obviously, you've got Thierry Henry, who played for the treble-winning Barcelona team. Frank Ribery. You've got David Villa. Pedro Rodriguez. And Andres Iniesta.
Right.
No, this is hard.
No, it's not. I think. Well, for me, I think it's Frank Ribery all day. I think it has to be.
Oh.
Yeah.
So not
remember that.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Robin, Robin Ribery, and on either flank was just devastating for Bayern when he was at Bayern. And I think one of the seasons he won Best Player in Europe, the European Best Player of the Year, Ribery. He was so good. I mean, just one of the. I think the winger is a kind of almost a dying breed now. But I mean, those two in those days were just electric. Yeah, he was so good.
Giving the ball, run at players, obviously,
he was so dangerous. Yeah, it was just ridiculous. So yeah, I think for me, Ribery, I would go for.
Am I right in thinking that during his time in during Guardiola's time, I may get the year wrong here, so forgive me. Am I right in thinking he finished 3rd for the Ballon d'Or? Or was that the year they won the Champions League?
I think it was the year they won the Champions League because he definitely won the European Best Player of the Year. So I think that he would be closer to the Ballon d'Or. But yeah, I think it was David Villa was so good as well, though.
Yeah,
he's tough to leave out.
Again, he's but
he was like a false 9 kind of positionally.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But again, he scored goals in finals.
He did.
He was in there too.
He's another player you forget. Again, it's another. It's another play you forget. At the time, that was it front three. I think Barcelona. It was just
so dangerous.
What was that?
It's just
Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry is one of these.
Can't I know? But the problem with that is we know where his best years were.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
but he was one of the top goal scorers for in La Liga.
But he was at his best at Arsenal.
If you actually look at it, so I was. Have a look, because I've always thought, how good was Thierry Henry when he actually went to Barcelona? Was he of the caliber of player that they bought from Arsenal? And if you actually look, Samuel Eto'o was top goal scorer in the season they won the treble in the league. Then it was Thierry Henry, and then it was Messi in La Liga. He scored more than Messi.
But this
is he has a very.
But that's if you have to go and look it up. Do you know what I mean? It's not in people's minds. It's kind of.
Look.
He actually did well.
All I'm saying is that apparently we live in a world where stats matter more than performance and style.
I'm staunchly against stats. I want to stamp stats out of football.
I mean, so I'm just saying you're not triggered in any way by what I posted on our group chat in any way, but with shape or form. No, totally not triggered with that, are you?
Nope.
No. But I think actually I disagree with you, David. I think despite how good Ribery was, Iniesta was for me the player that.
But he's not. It's so weird seeing him on like a left wing.
But he did. If you look, if every
I'm not doubting.
I'm not doubting your opinion.
You're right. A natural winger, and Iniesta isn't. You know.
But like for me, if you take Messi out of the equation, who's the one player that who's the players that Guardiola made into the players they were like when they finished their career? One would be Sergio Busquets, and the other from. He was amazing.
I'm not doubting at all his ability. Iniesta, he's one of my favorite players ever. He was one of the greatest players of all time. But we're talking about left wing, and Frank Ribery was a left winger, one of the best left wingers ever.
Look, all I'm saying is
Stu?
This is no. Stu's opinion here is irrelevant. He put Van Bronckhorst in a World Cup winning 11.
That sounds so hard.
I've moved on from since then. But also,
he tells me that every week, Stu. Before we start recording, before you join, he tells me that every week.
Is it similar to the old what was it? Was it Van Dijk's? Was it Gary Cahill's? That's like everyone's got their thing. But are you sure he plays on the left? Because I've just had a quick little look, and he's playing. It's coming up with centre midfielder and attacking midfielder. So
no, but you're looking at where
you're
looking at where he played. What are you on Wikipedia, like Transfermarkt or
Transfermarkt?
Matt, what was Iniesta's best position?
What was his
the reason why that midfield three?
That
was the whole thing.
Left wing?
No, it wasn't. It was central midfield.
I get it.
He clearly played there for a reason.
I know he played there, but he played his best foot. He was most effective in the centre of midfield. You know.
Yeah. Like but, so I, as much as I want an example, that's what it pained me to put. Was it as much as I like leave him out? Like you have to play with that midfield.
Can I ask who did you put, Stu?
Well, I kind of got the wings.
Van Bronckhorst.
I put of course. I mean, I thought he played everywhere. So
you played Messi.
No, I mean no. It's because I put Robin because I thought it was obviously on the right, but then so I was like because I was like because obviously a lot of people were putting like it was a Sterling and I'm like.
So who would you prefer? So you've mucked it up a little bit, so that's fine. So who would you prefer at left wing then? Would you prefer Ribery or Iniesta?
That's not fair.
Why is it not fair?
because I love Iniesta's like.
Stu,
I know, but think about the position.
Just saying,
think about the position.
No one is going to press you into a decision, okay? But if you do say Ribery, I will be hanging you up from this podcast immediately.
Oh, I'm going to be. So no threats.
Stu, let it be known that I would never threaten you like that. I would never do that.
I love everyone's like.
And can I say you're looking splendid today,
I would kick you out of the podcast, and the other one's like, yeah, I'm fine, yeah, no, I'm really nice to you. Like, I mean, it's like
what. But you know what the right decision is, Stu. If you want to rehearse it with me, you can say Iniesta. It's not hard to say. Just play it with me.
The problem is, it's just like how does he though? Like, does he play on left? From what I've researched, he plays in the centre, right? Like,
exactly.
Go
with your heart, Stu. You know what the right answer is here.
Well, I mean, coming from
a situation, out one of the best midfielders of all time. Just saying.
In his not preferred position.
I know it's like
we're not talking about. Played him though. This is when Guardiola played him.
It's like playing Neuer up front.
And this is Guardiola best 11.
Yeah, but that play would have worked actually. Funny enough, he played him up front.
Yeah,
but it's tough. As much as I want, technically by position, yes, Ribery plays there, but it'll be a travesty if you leave it Iniesta.
You're going with Iniesta? Okay.
Is it now like was there any like credibility for you? It's like he's gone now.
No, not at all. No.
Again, this is one of these situations we'll put it in there, and then all of a sudden we'll do all the research, and it'll be like Matt will go, "Sorry guys, I got it wrong. Actually played in the centre."
He's wrong. I know he's wrong. No, he's not wrong.
He's just trying to.
I mean,
he just wants to put him in the team, and I get that.
You're not wrong. I know you're not wrong, but you're wrong in this. Look, it doesn't matter. Yeah, fine. Iniesta.
Well,
do you know what? I'm happy Iniesta is at least in the team.
Don't get me wrong. When I wrote my list, I put midfielders, and I wrote him in that list. I wrote him in that list at first, and then when I actually looked at all-time 11s for Guardiola, he kept coming up on the left wing. So I looked it up, and in the 2008-09 season, he moves him into...
What season?
No. He moves him into that position, and
sorry.
stays there. He stays there throughout the rest of his time at Barcelona. So I was the same as you. I was thinking, did he? I don't remember him playing there.
It is a lovely one. I've just Google. It's very reliable. Well, sort of. But it's just like I just put. Did Iniesta play left wing? So, yes, he did play left wing. Although his primary position was centre midfield.
Yes, but if you look, Guardiola played there. But what are we going with?
Well, Stu said Iniesta, so I'll have to submit. But yeah, Iniesta left wing. Okay.
I feel, and then what's going to happen after the podcast? We'll be like, oh damn, we forgot someone.
No,
it's just like
no. I think we've covered all bases.
No, we've definitely covered all bases. The only player that I didn't think of whatsoever was it Jordi Alba?
And I didn't remember David Alaba.
yeah. I mean, it's not as bad as Stu for getting Philip Lahm. I mean, that was pretty shocking. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but I backed myself. When I did know, I was like, no, he's in. So you give me that a little bit.
Absolutely,
yeah. And then finally, we're going with the strikers, the ones that bag the goals, the money makers. So your options are Samuel Eto'o, Robert Lewandowski, Mario Mandzukic, Erling Haaland, Sergio Aguero, and Gabriel Jesus.
For me, it was between Lewandowski and Haaland, and then I thought, oh no, it's Haaland. It has to be Haaland. So.
You're so confident with that. I've never seen you so confident with something in your life when you said that. I mean, it's got to be Haaland.
Yeah, well, it has to be. I mean, Samuel Eto'o, no. Who else did you? Sergio Aguero, he wasn't quite at his best when Guardiola arrived. Lewandowski's the only possible contender, I think. He was so good for Guardiola for those 3 years. I wouldn't know. I don't know. So you think Samuel Eto'o over Haaland?
Well, no, but the point is the idea you've just brushed him off is like, no. Samuel Eto'o's like, seriously.
We're talking about Haaland here. We're talking about the best player in the world right now, Haaland. He's breaking left and right, and now he's breaking his own records. He's doubling back and breaking his own records that he got the previous season. He's an anomaly. He's a ridiculous player. He's the best striker on earth right now. How is he not in this team?
Could that be like a? I don't want to say because obviously we're watching day in day out.
I'm not saying.
What I'm saying is basically I love that you just went Samuel Eto'o, no way.
Right.
Obviously he's not going to be in
there.
there.
How strongly I feel about.
I'm not saying that Eto'o gets in. I'm not saying that Eto'o gets in. But what I'm saying is that Samuel Eto'o won the treble back to back. He's the only player to ever do that. Like, he was unbelievable, and he was crucial to that Guardiola team that did win. But Lewandowski. We're talking prime. We're talking prime Lewandowski. He scores 5 goals. He scored 5 goals in 9 minutes of football.
Yeah. That was insane.
Insane.
Well, and also the idea that basically, like, was it? If it wasn't for a stupid bloody virus going around the entire nation, the entire world, he would have won. He would have won d'Or. So, like, I got to be honest, when it came up, as much as just to be clear, we're not saying that Haaland isn't probably. Give this list another 10 years after his 9-year contract's up.
Oh yeah.
Come back to us, then it'd be like, okay. Yeah. Then you'd be like, but at the moment it's like I'm not saying it, but just like it just doesn't feel right to not have Lewandowski in there. It just doesn't feel right. He was so good.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Sorry, Michael.
I mean, you're not wrong with Haaland though. I'm not sitting there going like you're upset one, but like I think
what Haaland is doing in this last couple of years surpasses what Lewandowski in his time at Bayern with Pep Guardiola. I think
20
far
goals.
Surpasses it. And he's won league, trebles, leagues, bloody champions, everything. He's already winning, and he's just.
I don't want to sway. I do not want to sway.
Please sway.
No, stick with it.
But this is the argument you have for both strikers. Lewandowski was brilliant at everything. He was fantastic at everything. He could shoot from outside the box. He was brilliant with his head. He broke insane records in Bundesliga and Champions League football. I think he's got something like 71 Champions League goals. He's still ripping it up for Barcelona as well.
Argument,
but with Haaland, David makes a good point. You're talking about a striker who is literally not even just doing the job; he breaks records doing the job. He's the perfect. Is he the perfect Guardiola striker? Like everyone else does the creativity, tiki-taka football, get it all the way to your striker. He puts in the back of the net. He does it every week. Like he's been doing it every week for the last 4 seasons. He's been in the Premier League. His first season was by far the best. We all know that.
A bad season for him is when he scores 20 goals. That's a bad season for him.
Last season.
Bad season. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's Chris Wood's best. Like, but yeah,
I get the argument. It's one of these arguments. I get it with the Haaland stuff because obviously it's like at the moment he's absolutely killing it right now. But I just It's just
brush aside Lewandowski.
I know, like, because obviously the guy's like he gets brushed aside by everybody else, Matt. Like, you know, the Ballon d'Or, brushed, you know, like every time you should have won that, and everyone kind of forgets. You know, did you want to be another person that brushes off Lewandowski? I think he needs to be in this team.
I won't lose sleep over it, to be honest, Gio.
You will. I will.
I'll sleep like a baby, knowing Haaland's in the team and not Lewandowski.
In our team and our fantasy.
I think it has to. I think it has to be. I mean, you could say everything you want about Lewandowski, how good he was, and again, we're talking about those specific 3 years under Guardiola. Didn't win the Champions League under Guardiola. Let's remember that. He obviously won the Bundesliga 3 times in a row, scored a bag of goals, a rake of goals, but he's not doing what Haaland is doing under Guardiola right now. Nowhere near
it. Okay, here's one then for you. Right, Stu. Who are you going with? I'm assuming you've gone with Lewandowski in this. You've got Lewandowski.
Just to be clear though, just because of he's like Haaland's amazing, but obviously he's amazing too. But I think just
doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I keep saying it, but it just doesn't. So that's what. So it's 1-1. So no pressure, Matt. So you're deciding vote.
Oh God. I didn't mind.
And there's no judgment on either side, but. If you don't pick Lewandowski, I won't be angry. I'll be very disappointed.
If you choose Lewandowski, I will judge you quite rather heavily. Let that inform your decision making.
I love the way we play mind games with him, like trying to sit there and like.
I'm not playing mind games. I'm being quite forthright. I'm saying pick Haaland, or I'm leaving this podcast. I'm not doing it again.
There's no are you doing a Grasner? Like, was it Palace? Basically, like, if we should sell my player, I'm out. Like, you're sitting the same way. If you don't pick this one, I'm gone. My resignation's going to be over.
Apart from we don't have a wealthy chairman that we're trying to bribe here. We've got
and apart from the fact that Haaland is just the correct decision to make. If you choose Lewandowski, I will not only question your intelligence, I will question your football intelligence as well.
I mean, I think you have anyway over this podcast. To be fair, that's a fair statement.
Sorry, no, I'm being strong, Matt. I'm joking.
I just love how personal. I just love how personal it's getting. Like, it's just sitting going like, I question you as a person. I question you as a man. If you don't get this right.
As a human being, as a moral human being.
The thing is, like, Lewandowski, like, I get what you're saying there, David, about breaking records for Haaland, but he was doing it in Bundesliga as well for Bayern Munich.
Was he winning as many trophies?
Yes, he was winning. He was winning loads of trophies as well.
He was winning the Bundesliga and the German Cup.
Did he win the Champions League with Guardiola? No.
He did.
Haaland? Yes.
Haaland did. Yeah, Haaland. No. Sorry, I thought you were saying the other way around. Sorry.
He's trying to help your case.
Yeah. But Haaland, oh my God. Oh, Stu, I'm so.
Oh no, you're gonna leave me hanging, are you?
I'm swayed.
Oh damn it!
Good man.
I'm swayed. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna go with Haaland. We brag about him every week, and I know that we watch the Premier League week in, week out, and like, in a way, Haaland is that good of a goal scorer. Would it be fair to say he's diluted how good he is because we expect it of him? We expect it of him now to be hitting these numbers. It's insane.
I mean, it could be. I mean, obviously, it probably isn't this, but like, you know, it's like was obviously recency bias as well, because obviously we see him week in, week out, every day, every week. So like, we remember, like, we're saying, well, we remember how Haaland, because we just watched him this weekend doing great. So like, but then with obviously Lewandowski, we're like, you know, it's kind of like that. Well, he's, you know, still scoring goals at Barcelona, but like he's You wouldn't say his peak years of kind of.
He's really not the same. Particularly when he plays for Poland, he's really not as effective as he
To be
used
fair,
be.
he never was really for Poland. He had his moments, but it's like he never
Yeah,
got up to
true
the
enough.
levels of.
Yeah,
Like
true.
well, you could if you wanted to put the international stage, at least Haaland's on in the international stage is starting to peak as well. So maybe that might sway it. But
yeah.
I think that. God, that for me, that's the most painful one to leave out. That is the painful one.
For me, it was. For me, it's David
Robin.
Villa and Robin. Yeah.
David Villa, Robin. Yeah. I mean, like, there's some insane names on this list, but no, I'm gonna go with Haaland. And like, people, if you think I'm wrong, by all means, go for it.
No, it's the right answer, Matt. You made the right choice.
But but the reason I'm gonna go with Haaland is purely because I think by the end of his career, we're going to have looked at the best goal scorer in not even just Premier League history, in European football history. By the end of his career, if he, he will.
Here's a question for like, what's the high? I mean, obviously, I'm putting you on the spot a little bit, but like, there's like. His rate of goal scoring rate, there's a good chance he could probably score the most goals anyone like kind of ever has, because the rate of goal scoring is like
it's insane.
I mean, was it Ronaldo's got like 900 or 1,000 goals?
Not that, but I think doesn't Messi have the record for most goals scored in a calendar year? It's like 93 or something. 91. He could easily break that. You know.
Yeah, I don't think like he is going to. It won't ever be in the realms of the great, like the GOATs for me. Like for me, he will be miles away from that because of the style of play. I don't look at him and go, I would love to watch him every week. But he's the perfect Guardiola striker. He is perfect.
So for the system, it makes sense.
Yeah, I think he would literally pick him up, and he would go into every team he's ever had and go, there you go. There you go. He would put him in that Barcelona.
Yeah, literally, like since the first day.
Oh, I don't know if he'd fit in that Barcelona.
I do believe.
I don't know if he'd fit in that Barcelona side, like the 2011.
Yeah, he would. He would.
Over who?
Another one we're forgetting, actually. By the way, I mean, he didn't really perform under Guardiola. Actually, was Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, but he did nothing for.
Yeah, he did. No, he didn't. He's like basically that was his one. You could say that's his one blip.
And they fell out.
But
they didn't like each other at all.
But I think
I could understand why.
I think you take Samuel Eto'o out that side and you put Haaland in. I think that Barcelona side still dominate that as well as they did. Like maybe even more.
But just again, as I said with Lewandowski, it's the same with Eto'o. Like if you take him out, that just feels wrong.
I know.
I get your point. I get your point, but like when I was watching that team, it's like I loved Sammy Eto'o. Like I loved him as a striker. Yeah. So like it's the idea that you've just gone we'll just plop him out. It's like no, that can't be allowed. I get it. What is your point? But Eto'o's definitely amazing.
I absolutely love though David when we got onto it. Is it? Oh no, it's Haaland. And he just left it that he was willing to leave it.
Look who was in the team. Look how confident I was. Look who made it into the team. It just had to be Haaland. I'm sorry. I know recency bias. Yeah, I get that. That's fair enough. Lewandowski is a painful one to leave out, but common sense dictates.
It'd be fascinating to put this out when they put this out there and get like maybe put like who would be that yours and everybody else's, and then like see if they put them in there. Because if they do, then it like kind of makes it. It's not just one or two.
I think a lot of people will put Lewandowski in over Haaland because of just the fondness of the memories that they will have of Lewandowski, I guess, over anything else. Like you said, it's personal preference.
I just think of that Ballon d'Or he never won.
Yeah,
that was like that
absolute to him. In other words,
all because of the virus. Like, we can't have the awards. Like, well, you can have the awards, just don't do them anywhere near anyone. Just have them online. Like. And then the year after when he said Messi won it, and then we all know what that was marvelous travesty then. But like, it just felt wrong. Just like he was that season when he won the season, he was unplayable.
So you're giving him, you're putting him in the team out of pity. That's what it is.
Not pity. I just want people to remember that he's one hell of a striker. So I think he deserves to be in the team. That's why.
I think if we're gonna go off of anything, David may not like this, but this is just one thing that may sway help in our argument here. Haaland in 2 seasons, so in his first 2 seasons with Manchester City, scored. Let me just. So he's 90 goals. He's
2 seasons. That's
in his first 2 seasons with Manchester City.
Is that all competitions?
90 goals. Yeah. Lewandowski scored. So he went there in 2013-14 season. So he scored. I'm just waiting for 67.
Why would that? Why wouldn't I like that? That just further strengthens my Haaland.
No. What I mean is his stats. Well, I'm just saying stats.
Oh right,
stats.
sorry.
Yeah. But I think that for me, that just goes to show how much impactful Haaland was over the same period of time that Lewandowski was managed by.
I mean, you could sit there and say obviously it wasn't. You could sit there and say like Lewandowski's was obviously under Klopp, so like a different kind of. You can sit there and say you got how he plays through Klopp first, then Pep, because obviously. But then Haaland, you can say was kind of good, but like he was good when he was in like Borussia Dortmund, but like when he's got Pep under his wing, he's become this amazing striker. Like not even amazing is probably not even justifying how good this guy is. But I get what you mean, but. Yeah, I mean, but it's like everyone's a winner in a way because obviously either way, you got whoever you put in, you got 2 one-headed strikers in there.
I mean, Muller kind of hurts as well. I love Muller. He kind of hurts too.
I mean, neither he didn't manage the best striker of all time anyway, so like you don't have to worry about that one. Anyway, so,
always have to sneak it in, don't you? You have to sneak it in every time we do something.
There's always some allusion to it every week now. It's like a game he's trying to do it every week.
Into one day, some famous some famous pundit comes out saying, "I just saw this podcast from this guy called Matt, and he's just saying that Luis Suarez is the best, and I agree with him." Then when that day happens, I think we all have to hide.
Do you know what will happen? A pundit, a sort of a questionable pundit, will come out and say like Suarez best striker of all time, and Matt will just have unlimited ammunition to say like, "Look, you see."
But you know what?
Bobby Savage even said it.
Some like kind of middle of the road pundit. Like,
you know it's gonna be something like on Talksport
or something.
It'll be on Talksport. It'll be like, it'll be a Gamy Abong, was it Abong Lahore will come out and say, I totally agree with him. This guy called Matt, I heard, and it just be like, you'll play that clip every time on this podcast.
Yeah, it'll be the new theme tune for the podcast at the beginning of everything.
But I mean, what on the
That's
level,
not a bad team, though. What a team.
Not a bad team.
Mate,
I mean, even the second string 11, I think our substitute bench would be.
We could do 3 teams that would all be just.
Everyone, the team, was it the Champions League in the league, whatever league we play in, to say, give up now? Just like, there we go. Give us the titles. Get us so good.
But it goes to show how good he has been over such a long period of time. Like, you're talking about one player who was one of the best strikers of the noughties in Samuel Eto'o, and then all the way to now with Erling Haaland, and that's over 20 years, like a 20-year stretch. Like amazing, absolutely incredible.
Just to end it though, like, just for one question, just before we end it, it's like, do you think when he finishes his City, that'd be it? Do you think he'll like do a Klopp and kind of like?
He said I think once he said he had desires of doing international football. I think he said he wanted to manage Brazil. That was a goal of his in the near future. I don't know. What's his contract at City right now? How long has he got left?
I think he's got one more year.
One more year. Oh, he extended it, didn't he? Yeah.
I think that
I can't see him going to another club, to be honest. I think it would be.
Well, what else can he win? He's won like, was it 3?
Well, that's it.
He's been the 3 best leagues in the world. Like, was it Premier League, La Liga, and Bundesliga, and won it all. Unless he goes to France, but then that won't add. It wouldn't add anything, would it?
I think he has now cemented his place as one of the greatest, if not the greatest manager of all time.
The modern era, he's the best of the modern era, for sure.
I think he could literally pack it up at the end of this season, and he would definitely be in the top 3 of that debate.
Exactly, yeah. He could have 3 seasons in a row of absolute stinkers, and he would still be in the question for one of the best of all time.
Exactly.
Because obviously when it comes to football managers, like there's not many managers that revolutionise football, like literally change the way it's played. Obviously, and Pep Guardiola'S definitely he is on that list of players. Like literally, teams used to play kind of like the way we used to, a certain way, but now everyone wanted for a long time. Obviously, it's changing a bit this season. Wanted to play the Pep way.
generational managers like him, like Johan Cruyff, managers like him, like
managers that change how like makes other teams want to play like them, and changes how the game's played.
I think one thing is sure, and I would like to I'll end it on this one actually, is what is more impressive at his time at Manchester City, 4 Premier League titles in a row, or the treble?
It has to be the 4 in a row. Has to be 4 in a row. Never been done before.
Premier League titles in a row.
Never been done before. Consistency, rebuilding teams, going again and again and again.
Look at the Liverpool side. That was during that time. The Liverpool
side, they were fighting against
the Arsenal
teams. Yeah.
I mean, did you ever talk about that? Sure. What I love about the rivalry as well is how much we mutually respect there for each other. It's not like. I
didn't like it. It was a bit too.
I love it. I love it.
Oh God. Oh, you're great. No, you're great. No, you're great. Ugh, good. Those press conferences were so cringe. Honestly, it was just
I loved it.
Someone call someone a pillock or something. Like, please, all this lovey-dovey stuff.
I love the way that you annoyed the
Mourinho and Wenger.
What was it? I love the way that you basically like two guys like or two managers actually don't want to hate each other, and you're like, oh God's sake, why can't they just? Was it? I mean, yeah, because obviously that was the argument for a long time. They were like, we want Mourinho, Sir Alex Ferguson,
specialist in failure. That's what I want. That's the kind of leader I want.
No, but I mean, maybe it's just me as a person, but I like the idea that basically like it's a rivalry, but it's not like. Personal rivalry. It's more just like, we're just a team, and it's like, and that message was really nice. And it's just like, it's nice to see. I mean, not everyone's got to be like the Roy Keanes of the world that just basically wants to like, take someone's leg off or just put a tackle in, pop a goal for or insult someone. It's like I like that as well, just to point out. But I think I like the kind of rivalry that Pep and Klopp had. Obviously, I like it, but then But then I could hate Pep because he's taken away so many.
Those two, honestly, it's just.
And you say that, but you would watch that. Don't even deny that you would.
No, I would much rather would you not much rather a press conference when they just go at each other's throats for 20 minutes?
I would. But I mean,
aggressive positivity. That's what I would do. Aggressive positivity.
But coming back, I think. He gets a lot of criticism for having all the money in the world to get all the best players in the world. He didn't need any money to bring through Messi, Busquets, Iniesta, and Xavi when he did, and play the way they did. That was just pure talent to get the best out of those players.
I think time.
Well done.
It'd just be. I think again it'd be a situation with that argument at time, because obviously when when he's retired and then maybe 10, 15 years and we look back, everyone would be like that argument would feel like a time capsule then, because obviously you'll look back at all the teams, all the players, all the kind of ways he played, and everyone would be saying, he's up there with. He basically at some point he's going to be up there with the argument, as we said before, like the greatest of all time.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. He already is.
So, but yeah, I mean,
All right. Well, we'll leave it there. Obviously, we did go on a bit about that one. That was
fun. I enjoyed that
episode, but
yeah, it was good.
Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts. The one I'd love to hear, everyone, please put a vote out there, Lewandowski or Haaland. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And is there anyone we missed out? Is there anyone we missed out?
Yeah, I bet there is. I bet there's a few.
Yeah, I mean, just and someone in the comments look up if obviously Iniesta played on the left or he played in the centre.
All right.
Just
game
link
knowledge right here.
And link below.
No, that's not the question. The question is he better on the left or in the centre midfield? And there's only one answer. So anyway, let's not get back into it.
Yeah. Right. Take care, everyone. See you later.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
See ya.